Ashoka the Great, the third emperor of the Mauryan Dynasty, is one of the most influential figures in Indian history. His reign, from 268 to 232 BCE, marked a significant shift from violent military conquest to a focus on moral and social development, driven by Buddhist principles. Ashoka was born in 304 BCE, the son of the Mauryan emperor Bindusara and one of his queens Dharma. Ashoka was not the crown prince, but after a power struggle following his father's death, he ascended to the throne in 268 BCE. Early in his reign, Ashoka expanded the Maurya Empire, which already ruled over much of the Indian subcontinent, thanks to the conquests of his grandfather, Chandragupta Maurya. Ashoka continued this policy of military expansion, bringing regions under his control through brutal campaigns. His transformative moment came after the war with the region of Kalinga, modern-day Odisha, in 261 BCE. The war resulted in extensive bloodshed and loss of life. The brutality of the conflict and the suffering it caused led Ashoka to deeply regret his actions. This remorse triggered a profound change in Ashoka, who turned to the teachings of Buddhism for solace and guidance. Under the influence of his spiritual mentors, particularly the Buddhist monk Upagupta, Ashoka embraced Buddhism and adopted a policy of Dharma Vijaya, victory through Dharma. He shifted his focus from territorial conquest to moral conquest. Dharma, in Ashoka's context, meant not only the teachings of Buddha, but also a broader ethical principle encompassing truthfulness, kindness, compassion, and respect for all life. Ashoka began to promote these principles throughout his empire and beyond. He undertook several welfare measures, built hospitals for humans and animals, constructed roads and rest houses for travelers, and promoted vegetarianism. He also sent Buddhist missionaries to other countries, including Sri Lanka and parts of Southeast Asia, Middle East and Europe, helping to spread Buddhism and establish it as a world religion. He issued a series of edicts, inscribed on rocks and pillars throughout his empire. These edicts of Ashoka serve as valuable records of his reign, policies, and philosophy. The edicts preached non-violence, respect for all religions, obedience to parents, respect for elders and teachers, kindness to animals, and generosity towards priests and ascetics. Notably, the Ashoka Chakra, a depiction of the Dharma Chakra represented in the Indian national flag, is a tribute to his contributions. Ashoka ruled until his death in 232 BCE. His policy of peace and welfare was a significant departure from the norm, in an age when rulers were typically celebrated for their military conquests, and this could have contributed to his relative obscurity after his death. It was not until the 19th century, when British archaeologists deciphered the Brahmi script of his edicts, that his story came back to light. Despite the challenges in preserving his legacy, Ashoka's reign remains one of the most remarkable periods in Indian history, setting a powerful precedent for benevolent and moral governance. His emphasis on non-violence, religious tolerance, and welfare of the subjects remains relevant and inspirational even today.